Hello, good evening, and welcome to this second edition of Fast Track Your Business Growth webinar. So, in this second week, we are going to be talking about how you can attract high paying clients to your business. Now, the currently, as we all know, the economy is in shambles. There's a lot of high rate of inflation. People are struggling. There's no money. But be that as it may be, a lot of people are still buying, paying a lot of money, buying things, right? And there are also businesses they are cashing out in this present economy. How is this possible? It's because these businesses have customers that have deep pockets, people that have that high income earners. So if you are a business owner currently now, it's either you are in these two sides. It's either you are struggling to make sales because those that are patronizing you don't have enough money to buy to pay for your product or service, or you are in the other aspect, the other area where you have customers that have a lot of money and they can still afford to pay for your product or service. So if you are in that particular segment of businesses that are struggling, you there is a way that you can move to that other segment to become those business that attracting those that are high paying clients. So now in this today's class, what are we going to be talking about? What are you going to learn is the first, you are going to understand who are high paying clients. Secondly, we are going to look at the places where you can find these high paying clients, because these are not just people that are found everywhere. They have some strategic places where you can find them. Then the third thing is we are going to look at what are they interested in. If you want to position your business to attract these people that have deep pockets, you need to understand what is it that they are interested in. Are they just interested in your product? Are they just interested in your service? What kind of thing grab their interest? Because when you know what they are interested in, it's very easy for you to grab them, get them attracted to your business, and they can be able to pay money for whatever product or service you are offering. Then another thing we are going to looking at is how you can position your business to attract them. Knowing where they stay, knowing what they are interested in is not just enough. Now you need to know how to attract them to you, because there are other businesses out there that are also competing for this particular type of client. So knowing how to position your business so that they can come to you, it's very, very important. Then we're also going to be looking at how you can keep them to your business. Right now, you have be able to attract them, get them to patronize your business. You also want to keep them so that they can keep coming over and over again. So now let's look at the first thing. The first thing that you need to understand is you need to have a change of mindset on money. Majority of us, while we are growing up, we have this type of mindset on money, which is money is a scarce commodity, right? We have that mindset due to the kind of environment we grew up, that money is a scarce commodity, is something that is not easy to come by, right? So because of that, we find it very difficult to spend a lot of money like the wealthy people do. So if you want to attract these people that have a lot of money, you need to have a mindset that is similar to theirs. So you need to change your mindset of money is scarce, money is very difficult to get, and all sort of things about money. Now, take a look at what you have on the screen now. This is a snapshot of an e-commerce site that sells clothes, a clothing brand. And when you're looking at this screen now, you see that they are posting this particular shirt for how much? $12,250. Imagine that amount of money just for one shirt, right? They are charging somebody $12,250. For you and I, as an ordinary individual, this is a huge amount of money. In fact, you see that it's very crazy. It's stupid for you to spend this amount of money on a shirt. But so those that have deep pockets, which they have a different mindset on money, and which money is not an issue for them, this is not a problem. They can easily take this amount of money and spend it, right? But this business, they know what they are doing. They didn't just wake up and just decide to, put any price tag on their product. There's something that they did before that time. So now let's look at who are these high paying clients, right? The high paying client, they are those that are the affluent people, celebrities, the public figures, and some people that don't want to appear in public. They want to stay private, but they are very rich, they are very wealthy. So those are the high paying clients. And they are also those people, price is an irrelevant factor for them. For the masses or the poor people, whenever they want to buy something, the first thing that they look at is the price. The price is usually the first thing that comes to mind before they will look at quality or any other aspect of the product or service. But for this type of client, the high paying client, price is usually the last thing that they consider. They want to look at other things, which we are going to be talking about moving forward. So now, where can you find this type of high paying clients? Where you can get this high paying client, the first thing is to look at the rich neighborhood. These people, they don't just live anywhere. So you need to look at where they hang around, because they have taste, right? They have a kind of places that they stay. So if you want to attract them, you need to locate your business or service in the particular area where they live. So you need to look at target rich neighborhoods, right? Estates, for example, if you are in Nigeria, Lagos, for example, look at people like the island, Lekki. If you are in Abuja, areas like Gariki, Asokoro, all those kind of places. These are the places that these guys hang out. So this is where you need to position your business. Secondly is the gatherings of the rich. These guys, they love to hang out with one another, right? They like to, for example, those that go to party, go to clubs, or whenever, probably some of them have birthdays, their colleagues, friends, because they are friends with one another. So gatherings, or probably places like five-star hotels, 7-star hotels, luxury places like that, resorts, those are the kind of places also that you can get to find them. And also another way to get to them is through recommendation and referral. These rich and the wealthy, they usually have what we call close circle. They are friends to each other. So if you can target one person, it's very easy for you to target the rest, because they are always in constant communication with one another, and they can easily recommend your business to themselves. So now, what is it that these rich people, those people with that this high paying client, what is it that they really want? The first thing that they want is experience. They are not just going for the product, but they want an experience. They want something that at the end of the day they can tell their friends about it. I will give a very typical example. Imagine you walk into a barber's shop, you want to get an haircut as a guy. And once you stepped into the shop, you were welcomed by a hostess and you were asked to sit down. You sat down, and you were offered a cup of coffee or tea or juice while you are waiting to get your haircut, right? And since probably there is a lot of queue, somebody approached you and asked you, please, do you mind if we can give you a leg massage while you are waiting? And then you say yes, they give you a leg massage, they brought a magazine for you, you are reading, all those things before you get your haircut. Now, with all these things, these are what we call experience, right? No matter what, if that person leaves that particular barber shop, they will want to tell their friends about it. So this is what the rich, those high paying clients, they really want. They want this kind of experience. They want something of added value to the product or service you are offering. So you need to look out for that. Then the second thing is exclusivity. Exclusivity in the sense that they want something that very few people have, not something that your whole masses, everybody can have access to. A very typical example is luxury cars, for example, that are bought by those high paying clients. Like if you want to buy a Rolls Royce, for example, you need to book, right? You need to pay money in advance. It will take a lot of time before it gets ready for you. And these car companies, because they understand the kind of client that they have, they don't usually produce a particular brand of Rolls Royce, probably for 2024 Rolls Royce. They don't just produce it in mass quantity. They have a specific unit that they produce for that year. So once that target is reached, they don't do any, or they don't produce any other one till the following year. So this kind of client, this is what they want. They don't want something that they have it and 1,000 people also have that same thing. They want something that if they have access to, if they can buy this thing, they don't want another person to have something similar to that. Even though there are people that have it, it should be probably someone that is higher than them. You understand? So the next thing is also top quality. In as much as these people have a lot of money to pay for their product or service, anything that they want, they also care about quality. So you need to invest in quality. Make sure that whatever you are offering is of the best quality, because they are paying a lot of money for that. So you want something that is going to last very long. Something that is going to take a very long time, not something that will get spoiled easily. So that is that. So now let's look at how you can position your business for this high paying client. The first thing you need to do is to associate yourself with them. If you want them to patronize you, you need to hang around them. You need to make sure that you are always close to them. How you can do that is by frequenting the places that they visit regularly, like parties, like the hotels, the resorts, places that you know that they are always hanging around. You need to make sure their neighborhoods where they stay. Associate yourself with them. Second thing you need to do is to decommoditize your product, meaning you need to have a brand. Your product shouldn't just be another product out there, it should be the product. If you are into shoe, you produce shoe, your shoe should be different from others out there. You should have something that makes you stand out, because that is what these people want. They don't just want anything, they want something that is unique, something that is different. So your product shouldn't just be another commodity, shouldn't be a commodity that they can easily get and can easily be replaced. Even though they are getting a replacement, they are getting a substitute for your product, that substitute shouldn't have everything similar to your product. Your product should have a distinct, unique position, unique feature. So you need to invest in branding. Make sure that you have a brand. Another way that you can position your business is to provide unforgettable experience. Just like the example of what I mentioned about the barber shop where you go in, they treat you like a king and stuff like that. So you need to give them an experience that they cannot forget in a very short time. Then another way is to make your product or service exclusive. Just like I said earlier, you need to invest in exclusivity. Don't just mass produce product, give it to everybody. Make sure that your product should have a specific limit. It's not something that every time is always available, because these people, they don't want that kind of thing. That is what they are interested in. So these are the way that you can position your business. Associate yourself with them. You commoditize your product, invest in branding, make sure you have a brand, then you provide an unforgettable experience, and then you make sure that your product or service is exclusive. So now, how do you keep them glued to you? Now you have been able to attract them. We want to keep them so that they can keep coming, keep referring their friends, their family, their loved ones to your business. Is to For one, is to invest in customer satisfaction, because this is, you want them to keep coming. So you want to make sure that how you treat them is very, very important. If they have complaint of your product or service, you make sure that you respond to them as quickly as possible. Make sure that you give them very good listening ear, treat them very, very well, take care of them, right? They want premium service because you want them to pay premium. So if they are paying premium for your business, for your product or service, you need to make sure that the treatment you are giving them is the best. You are giving them is the best. And the second thing is to consistently increase your prices. Why? Because these guys, their lifestyle is that they are always looking to improve themselves. They are always looking for ways to earn more money, right? To move up the ladder. So if you want to keep up with them, you want them to keep coming to you, definitely you have to keep increasing your prices. Because something that they bought today, this year, and at the particular income that they are making, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, their income must have increased. So they are expecting that particular product or service to also increase in value. So because as you keep increase your product, it's to them, they have the perception that your value is increasing. You understand? So you need to increase. Now, consistently increasing your price doesn't mean that you just keep increasing your price without any strategy. Doesn't mean that today you are pricing an item at 50,000, then 1 month later you decide to raise it to 100,000, following month 150. No, no, no. Like, you need to make sure that you are doing it in a strategic manner. That is how it needs to do. Then, so with that, we come to the conclusion, and I'm going to quote a proverb, a Yiddish proverb that say, "With money in your pocket, you are wise, you are handsome, and you sing well too." Now, what this trying is trying to tell us here is that with a lot of money, there is a perception that clients have regarding clients have perception regarding your business or service, and their perception is usually the right thing. So if their perception about your business is that what you are your business is the best, providing the best service, then you need to make sure that you are meeting up to their perception, you are meeting up to their expectation, and you are also, providing the best for them, because these guys, that is what they want. So I hope with this you'll be able to get one or two things that you can implement right away in your business, and you can start seeing growth as soon as possible. Thank you very much for your time. Wish you all the best.